Hi, I'm Jeffrey with Basecamp Custom Vans. Thanks for checking this out. Doing a walkthrough video of this Ford Transit camper van that's for sale. We shot a longer extended video. I want to do just 5 minutes as an alternative in case you just want the overview version, right? So here it is, Ford Transit. It's a 2023 Ford Transit 250. It's the all-wheel drive model, high roof, V6 engine, has 28,000 miles on it. On the roof we have 300 watts of solar, and then there's a ceiling fan up there. That roof fan does the air circulation for over the bed. We've got bunk windows with screens, and that airflow can either be from one or both windows. There's also in the sliding door, when the door's shut, the glass window in the sliding door has a top slider that opens, and that can open for when you're cooking and just venting the front. That fan will blow in or exhaust out. And there's also this gyroscopic fan that's can blow down at the bed area or down to the front of the van. So the 300 watts of solar are powering this 300 amp hour lithium. The lithium's for all the 12 volt stuff, and then everything that needs to be plugged in, that's the 3000 watt inverter. It's powering 4 outlets up front. It's also got a couple on the face of the unit. So then we have 20 gallons of water, and that's a green Propex HS 2800 heater. That's the top slider for ventilation. The seats swivel around to like double the seating in here. There's a bench that I really enjoy sitting at. This table will be is perfect for the driver and passenger, but I like to sit here on the bench and sit on my laptop. So this has been my personal van for the last year. I've been building vans full time for the last 8 years, and of course I have to have one. So this, customers bring me their own vans, and we'll customize them in a number of ways. But I got to customize this one my way, and everything I love about and learned over the years has been put into the design of this one. I started traveling 15 years ago, and my first few vans were a Sprinter. I've had them all. I've had the ProMaster, and these Ford Transits are my favorite. For one reason, they're 6 inches. The Sprinter's a great alternative. There's pluses and minuses to both, but this one's actually 6 inches wider and 6 inches taller than a Sprinter, and that alone makes me love it. It drives them. It's amazing. It's an all-wheel drive. This thing's unstoppable. We're here in the Rocky Mountains, so we really get to put it to the test, and we go to the extremes. We go, I like to go. I've used it to go skiing, for instance. We'll go up to the Continental Divide to go to these ski areas. Well, I like to go to drive up the night before and sleep there so that I don't have to drive before I'm skiing. We'll get sub-zero temperatures, -8, -12s, like, oh Lord. And that heater, that HS 2800 is way overpowered for this thing. It's typically the smaller van would have the that's for the extended model, and they have a smaller unit, the 2000. But I just found bigger's better, right? And that big one doesn't have to work as hard, so it keeps up with it a lot easier in the small space. So why not? And we just learn from over time. This has evolved. It's like we've tried that smaller unit a bunch, and then one day it's like, hey, let's use a big one in here, see what happens. And then you find lo and behold, it doesn't have to work nearly as hard. So you're not hearing it all the time. So this configuration's my favorite. Obviously you could put a galley by this window and maybe a bench there, but this really is a space that you can sit back and relax in, right? Like I said, sit here at the laptop, and it's not always that we can have the van opened up, right? The doors are closed up at night or when there's bad weather, and the space, it's easy to overbuild these small spaces. So I've put a lot of thought into how we use the space efficiently. For instance, we have to pick and choose the comforts, right? So yeah, there's, we simplify things, and we use these cassette toilet like this. So this stows away. This is a brand new cassette toilet that just lives in there. It's there for when you need it. There's also bathrooms everywhere in the world, so it works. But it's good to have one on board. The other thing is a shower. Usually big showers are built into those bigger ones, the extended vans, but this is a standard length, so it's only 19 feet. You know, you put a shower in here, it just takes over the whole space. So typically we'll use a shower off the rear doors, and I find I wasn't using it as much. And you know, so I tried to innovate something that would work better. We put the sink right near the window here, right near the door, and it can be it's the sink obviously, but it can also be a shower. So this will pull down even and hose off muddy dog, or clean off the mountain bike or whatever. It's always ready to go. So it's a great solution, and I've just tried to innovate. I don't know if other people have done that. I didn't get that from someone. I just came up with it. So if someone else is doing it, it's a good way to do it, right? And yeah, got room for everything, right? Overhead cabinets, induction cooktop stows away below. And I like them to go, I like the cooktop to have a place to be, to get off the counter instead of having it built in. It's just a personal preference. Counter tips. Extend. So said it would be 5 and it's been 6. I'm really grateful you'd watch this. And obviously it's just an overview. I want you to picture where you're going to take this van. What's your view going to look like out there? And then let's jump on a video call and talk about all the things you might be wanting. We'll take as much time as we need to answer every question and point the camera at everything and go over all the every last detail. So if you're interested, please don't hesitate to reach out, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks so much. Have fun.